continuing on our journey. Yes, more laughs to be had, man. Let me get comfortable in my seat, man. I look all frumpy dumpy looking. Yes, I'm good. Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And today we're gonna get into some more Louis C.K. All right. Well, this is a guy right now that's sort of, in a way, still living in infamy a little bit, but not to your boy here and not to many other people that are fans of him, obviously. But yeah, man, crazy dude, funny dude, but crazy nonetheless, man. But yeah, we're gonna get into more from him today. And this one's gonna be titled, Of Course, But Maybe. Okay. I don't know exactly where he's going with this or what this means. Seems like a pretty, vague statement to make, but I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. And it says, "Oh my God" at the end. So I'm assuming this is the name of the comedy special. I have not seen this one. I've seen only a couple Louis C.K. specials, man. But they're on my bucket list to get to. I just wanted to make sure that, when I started this whole thing, there was a lot of things that I hadn't seen already. So reserve it for this, and we can all be wowed at the same time, huh? That's how I prefer it to be. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into this one, like I said. So Louis C.K. with Of Course But Maybe. And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, it's crazy because I've only done one other clip from him, and it was like a series of clips that I didn't really continue on with, As it turns out, some people told me that it was kind of out of order a little bit. They led with one topic before they went to another one. I don't know exactly what that means, but, maybe I can get to the rest of the special, or actually start from the beginning of a legitimate upload, But yeah, we're going to get into that one later on in the future, hopefully. But yeah, we got business to handle right now. So, Louis C.K., Of Course But Maybe, right here on Eddie B TV. Let's see what my man's talking about. All right, let's get situated here. Here we go.
Everybody has a competition in their brain of good thoughts and bad thoughts. Hopefully they win, the good thoughts win. For me, I always have both. I have like the thing I believe, the good thing. That's the thing I believe. And then there's this thing. And I don't believe it, but it is there. It's always this thing and then this thing. It's become a category in my brain that I call, of course, but maybe.
Okay. I think I see this now. What's he talking about?
I'll give you an example.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die.
Oh, man. Yeah, I see what he might be talking about. I'll get to it.
Of course not. Of course not. Jesus.
I know, right?
I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him.
No.
But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever.
Oh. That wouldn't be the end of it. Look at his face.
No, of course not.
Right in the stomach.
Of course, if you're fighting for your country and you get shot or hurt, it's a terrible tragedy. Of course. Of course. But maybe if you pick up a gun and go to another country and you get shot, it's not that weird. Maybe if you get shot by the dude you were just shooting at, it's a tiny bit your fault.
Oh, man. Some people won't agree with that, but hey, he's making a point there. Oh, look at him like,
Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened.
What's he talking about?
Listen, you all clapped for dead kids with the nuts. For kids dying from nuts, you applauded. So you're in this with me now. Do you understand?
Exactly.
You don't get to cherry pick. Those kids did nothing to you.
That's real. That's real. Bring us back to reality.
Of course slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course.
Oh, here we go.
But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished.
That's real, though.
How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them. There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a fuck about particular people. You can do anything.
Damn, man.
That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people, that we fuck others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the fucking roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit.
That's the end of it. Okay, that's a killer last line on that one. Oh man, yeah, he was kind of going a bunch of different ways, but yeah, he made sense out of it. All right, man, that was Louis C.K. With Of Course. Let me get the pause now. Of course, but maybe. Okay, that's what that means now. Kind of threw me off a little bit before I started the whole thing, but yeah, I see what he was trying to say. Well, what to unpack with this one, man? What he said in the beginning about good thoughts versus bad thoughts, you know, I will say this, man. For me, people have that backwards. This is just for myself personally, man. Y'all feel how you feel, but the thing that you really believe is the thing that's the but maybe to me. You know what I mean? Like, I have things in my head that I believe, you know, are true and how I would want them to be. And the but maybe is the reverse for me. You know what I mean? Like, of course, boom, what's up here? But maybe, okay, fine. What you added to the argument makes sense too. You know, that's how I feel about it. You know, but the examples that he brought up, you know, it went from like, you know, sort of like on the so-called low level up into like the major, you know, but you know, this is Louis C.K. right here, man. He knows how to, you know, make you feel like, oh, what's he gonna say? And then once he says it, you're just like, oh, you mother, yeah, you know. But yeah, let's talk about that. You know, when people talking about children with nut allergies, you know, if I was like a really, I wouldn't say harsh, you know, dictator, you know what I mean, of this country, but if I was like a realistic one, let's put it that way. If I was that, I wouldn't want people who had any sort of, you know, what's the thing I'm looking for? Any type of medical thing that kind of like, you know, hinders their growth in any way, you know what I mean? And I think allergies are a part of that. Hey, I have an allergy, I'm allergic to pineapples, you know, and it sucks because I had to figure that out the hard way growing up, which was not fun. But you know, you find out that you have some things, you know, about you, you know. But I mean, I'm just thinking about it, you know, in a weird hypothetical situation. But I would want like superior humanity, not superior race, like someone like a Hitler would have thought, or somebody else. But you know, superior humanity is just like nothing can stop you, you know. And I don't know if every human being naturally has an allergy, you know, of some kind. I don't know if that's the case or not. I'm not an expert in anything medical, so don't quote me on nothing. But I would think that, you know, someone without any allergies and was like a strong physical specimen would be like, you know, the real, you know, superior human, you know, of no matter what race it is. But, you know, somebody school me on that. If you guys know anything about medical stuff that I don't know, I'm just a blabbermouth running his mouth. But, you know, yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. So that was one example. As far as the military getting shot, it's like, I'm not saying that I don't feel bad if somebody has lost a loved one that's in the military, but, because I feel bad, you lost somebody. Obviously that's heartbreaking, it's very sad. But the thing about it is, people that go into the military, man, it's like, what you signed up for. And that doesn't make it, easier for someone not to care, but it at least puts that in perspective. You know what I mean? Like, people will say they died for their country. It's a brave thing. It's honorable, whatever. But I think that, it's kind of like a blindness of sorts. I would never ever fight, anybody just because of somebody disagreeing with something that they think is, what do you call it? On our behalf, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. But I just like, I'm not going to put my life on the line for somebody who's trying to, pass laws and all that other stuff. Obviously that might make me look insensitive to some people and not very patriotic, but you know what? Hey, man, it's just how I feel, But if you do fight for your country and you die, you're going to be recognized for it in some capacity. But it's just like, no one should look at it as a tragedy, because I think it's like, it's the price you pay for going to war. Unfortunately, it sucks, because I've known a lot of people in my life who had family members that died in combat, and it's nothing to laugh at. It's nothing to necessarily joke about. I mean, you can joke about anything really, but it's just like, man, it just sucks to know that, someone had a thought of doing something that ended up getting them killed, that even if it is fighting for your country, I mean, that was like the big story with that football player, please, I forgot his, Pat Tillman, you know what I mean, the football player for the Cardinals, you know what I mean, and he looked like a dude that would be in like a military movie, man. He had like strong features and everything, just looked like the dude on the Wolfenstein 3D cover or something like that, But hey, he made a choice, and he went to go fight for his country. I don't downplay him and I don't upgrade him either. It's just like, you made a choice. When people make choices, and then you will reap the benefits of those choices, or you will suffer the drawbacks of those choices. So that's how that goes. But as far as the last thing goes, man, when he said slavery was the worst thing that ever happened, and then there's about to be a but maybe to this, I was like, oh man, what's he gonna say? But yes, the world was built. This country specifically was built by a horrible time in history, you know what I mean? Like slavery, and a lot of like Indians were killed, you know what I mean? And Mexicans were pretty much, shooed away from their land, and, all these horrible things happened. But now look at the world we live in today. It doesn't mean that what happened back in those days was okay, but at the same time, yes, that's how we got here. You know what I mean? You was talking about the railroads and the technology and the pyramids and all that stuff. Yeah, that's how that stuff happened. Pain, suffering, and all that stuff, man. It's a harsh reality, but it is the real one, and it's just a trip that a lot of people don't look at it more in those terms and try to find common ground with each other today. But yeah, racism and all kinds of hatred is here to stay. It ain't going anywhere anytime soon, and that's just the horrible thing right there. But me, I have things that I feel about life, but it's but like I said, the reverse of what the of course but maybe are. But I don't really go by society standards before my own. And I'll include society standards in them if they could fill in some holes, fill in that puzzle with that last puzzle piece that I might be missing. Because yeah, some people, even though you have strong ideas about something that, is a very controversial issue, you could still always use a few pieces from the outside that you weren't thinking that you would need. So that's exactly what I meant by the whole reverse of the of course, but maybe thing. But yeah, man, Louis, man, he came through with another, a solid clip here, man. He's got so much stuff that I haven't seen, you know what I mean? Like a lot of other comedians. And like anytime I get a chance to like, watch and listen to something new, it always like helps me open up like, oh, so that's why people look at them like they're, because I haven't seen this one yet. Yeah, it's a pretty hefty issue to get to, man, but it was still very well carried out by Louis C.K., man. He's already a living legend, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there. One more time, Louis C.K. with Of Course, But Maybe. And if you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going, like I always say. So yeah, man. Only the second Louis C.K. clip. You know, like there's so many things that I have not gotten to yet that I'm kind of shocked. You know, but that will be coming up in the future. You know what I mean? I let things go over my head sometimes because I'm in this zone, and sometimes things get lost. You know, and it sucks. You know, but I always get the friendly reminders in the comments. You know, sometimes someone will be like, "Hey, dude, you need to," you know, I don't know if it's aggressive or not. I'm just guessing. But yeah, man, I got so much more stuff to get to, man. So much more of your suggestions to get to. And please believe me when I say I'm going to get to them in good time. Please believe me, man. Bear with me, man. I know I say that all the time, but, you know, believe me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is going to be Eddie B TV signing off one more again here. Second clip from Louis C.K., man. I definitely got to get to more of him. If you guys got any videos with a lot of views or whatever that you think that I would want to get to, something that I hopefully haven't seen, yeah, man, leave it in the comments, man. Let's keep business rolling, man, because that's how we gonna do this here with Eddie B TV's dysfunctional family out there that continues to grow and grow and grow. And yeah, you guys get the idea. So yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in one more time to this one, man. It was a little bit shaky, man, but it got, you know, straightened out real quick because, you know, that's the genius of Louis C.K. And yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning into this one with me one more time. So love and appreciate y'all. Peace.